Welcome to 100%, the podcast where it's 100% real and no bullshit. My name is Nick.
And I'm Hannah.
Hannah apparently did a bunch of crack before she came over here.
No.
What?
It's just weird. You started it and then you were like, never mind. Like, ended it and then started it again and you were just right on it. I was like,
Because I had to take my breather.
take your breather?
Yes.
Oof.
My feet smell.
So do mine.
I can tell.
Thanks.
I can smell.
Thanks. I can smell. We should take a quiz.
A quiz of,
I don't know.
are you gay?
Are you gay quiz?
What causes sexual orientation? How gay are you? Am I lesbian, gay, or bisexual?
No, just Google "Am I gay?" quiz.
I'm gonna have a baby.
And I'll read you the questions.
Well, I can read.
No, but I'll read them out loud and then you answer them. Find a quiz.
This is a quiz, apparently.
That is not a quiz. That is not a quiz. That's an article.
This fun quiz will make you tell me that I'm gay. IQ test.
Gay test. Allthetest.com.
Oh. This is probably the one that every gay person does in their entire life.
What do you think you are? Gay? I don't know. Bisexual? Pansexual? Straight?
Definitely straight.
Should I put straight?
I put gay.
Okay.
What do you want to be?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm on.
Straight, I guess. Definitely straight. Gay. Gay. What do you think about sex? Bring it on!
I don't know. Meh.
No,
Ew.
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 Gotta be like Cardi.
Ew.
Ew. Sex is gross. How often do you fantasize about same sex?
Often, seldom, never.
All the time.
All the time.
The one time a year. Wait.
The one time a year?
One time a year.
One time a year.
Have you ever found yourself staring at someone of the same sex you find really cute? Yes, but they're often transvestite.
Oh my god.
It seems a little,
That's a little iffy. Oh my god.
This test was probably made by a...
Republican.
Well, I was going to say like a Catholic.
A conservative.
The Pope. The Pope.
The Pope makes an "Are you gay?" quiz.
Pope Francis was like, I'm bored. Yeah. Sort of, but I try not to. Just can't help myself. Have you ever... I mean, I think... I look at everybody. Like, you know, you're cute. Do you look at everybody?
Yes.
Have you ever found yourself staring at somebody who looks like they are transgender or non-binary?
Because they are good looking or cute. This is the dumbest quiz I've ever seen. 20
questions of pure... Are you homophobe? Yes, 100%. Yes, and I'm scared to learn my test result. Because I'm gay. Wait, no. Do you have a crush on anyone? Yes, someone I don't know but see walking down the street.
What the fuck?
Old man walks by, I got a crush on him.
It's like, oh damn, wrinkles.
Ew. Sugar daddy? Would you ever have a sugar daddy?
Nope.
What if he was, like, kind of hot, though?
No.
Even if he was, like, really hot?
No.
Like, no, I'm not talking about, like, 80 years old, but, like, what if he's, like, in his 40s? And he's, like, really successful, has a really good business, makes a lot of money, he's really cute.
Just wife me then.
So you would, then?
That's not a sugar daddy. A sugar daddy would be like, I do things, he gives me money. Don't do that.
Not necessarily.
Just love me and wife me. Thank you.
Okay, so you would date an older man.
Yeah.
How old would you go?
No more than 10 years.
He's 40 years old and you go, wife me up? That's like fucking 100 years apart.
I'm 18. That's not 100 years.
The scary part is dating somebody older than my brothers.
Ew.
Or closer in age to my dad than how old I am.
Ew. No, like, Like, I wouldn't date somebody who's 40 right now. But I'd date somebody who's, like, 25. Or, like, as I get older, I think that numbers will increase. But, like...
I like older people because they're more mature.
Yeah, I like older people, but I always...
Obviously, we know what it's...
I feel like I'd be manipulated by older people. You know what I mean?
But what if he's a softie? What if he's, like, a little cute little kid? He's just got...
kid?
2 zeros next to his age.
Oh my God. No, I don't know.
I feel like it would depend on the person. Like, if you felt like a really, really strong connection to him, then it'd be okay.
No, I just know that right now. I'm 18, and if my dad found out I was dating somebody who's 28, he'd shit a brick.
My dad would shoot him. Do you have a crush on anybody? No. Do you think you could come out as gay? I'm gay.
I love how the first answer is, I am straight!
You just made everyone need hearing aids. Why does this have to be a question in a gay quiz? Do you want to get married someday? I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I'll date anybody at this point. Wow, that makes me sound like an actual hoe. If your closest friend of the same sex came out as gay, you would say okay. Be shocked. Admit, I'd be sympathetic. Mm-hmm. Your mom asks if you're gay. Tell her I think I'm gay. Which do you prefer? Anal. The simple banana and the simple banana and the donut.
What the fuck kind of answer is that?
I like how there's one just hand job. Doesn't say given by.
Kissing is as far as I plan to go at the moment. What the fuck?
I just like this. The simple banana and a donut. Do you like rom-coms?
How does that make you gay?
The Notebook? Yes. That's not a romantic comedy. That's just a romance. What the fuck is that? What are you dreading? Going to work tomorrow? Oh, that's not an option.
Oh, no. What are you dreading? Gay? What?
I'm dreading gay.
I'm dreading gay.
Your friend of the same sex hugs you and then looks into your eyes. Stare into his eyes and ask if he's gay. Well, obviously...
Just, are you gay?
I know, right? Obviously, we're making out. So, what gender are your friends? Both? I don't know. I mean, you never know. How often do you use the internet? Well, it told me that I use YouTube 2 hours a day, so... Often. What do you think about love? Adam and Steve. I love yeah, see, I respect that. Well, what's my test results? For 30...
You are 30% gay. What the fuck?
You are gay. If you're glad, congratulations. Get out there and love who you love and let everyone else deal with their own issues. If you're not happy to learn this, please seek counseling to help you deal with it. And there's nothing wrong with you except in your own mind. This is the most...
That's the most condescending shit I've ever heard.
It's like, take this test to find out if you're gay. If you don't like it, go find a counselor.
Oh my god. So there's this YouTube channel, and it's called Girl Defined.
Is it the one where they do it in the car and in the boat, and he's like,
No.
hey, baby, I love you? Oh.
No. It's this YouTube channel, it's called Girl Defined, and it's all about, it's like these two really Christian girls, or whatever, like, they didn't, like, kiss till marriage. It was, like, a whole thing on their channel. It's really cringy and weird and funny. But one of the girls... Okay. One of the girls married a guy who went through conversion therapy.
I love that.
It's fucking insane.
What do you think of... I took this one's an if you're atheist quiz.
I feel like these are things that people just know. Like, I don't know why there are quizzes for these things.
Well, I think the answers are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of religion? I think it should be removed from the face of the earth.
It's the best!
100% that was my answer. What do you believe more? My religious leader. Science.
Science.
None of these answers to me... I don't like any of these answers. Science, religious texts? Well, okay. I was thinking of like text like over your phone. Like
your Sprinkle of Jesus app.
Do you believe in God? No, people that are ignorant, people that do are ignorant fools.
What the fuck?
Somebody fucked this up. They put exclamation point number 1 exclamation point. What do you think of atheism? It is true, but many atheists are very rude.
What the fuck? It's the only right choice. What?
It's the Antichrist. Burn it with fire. I like this answer. It might be wrong, it might not. You never fucking know. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think of the Pope? He made this quiz, probably.
I don't think the Pope uses the internet. He has an Instagram. Do you know the Pope has an Instagram?
The Pope
Has an Instagram.
is like 80 years old.
Yeah, I know.
How old is Pope Francis?
Let's find out. Take a guess.
I'm gonna say he's 74.
I'm gonna say... I'm gonna say 69. He's 82.
I win. There was this really like inspiring video of the Pope, and it was like this little boy, and his dad just died like not too long before he like, because the Pope does this thing where he goes to like different towns and he'll sit and do questions, or like he'll sit, you know what I mean, like a celebrity, because that's pretty much what the Pope is. And the little boy was really scared to like ask his question, and the Pope called him up, like, because like you stand in a line or whatever, and the Pope called him up, and he was like, well, come here. And he was like, come here, bitch. But like he had the Pope, like he was like, whisper in my ear what your question is, and the little boy's question was, did my dad make it to heaven? And the Pope was like, that's not nothing to be scared about. Your dad is whatever. I don't know what he said, but I just thought it was really sweet.
Yeah.
The Pope seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
What is your view on the recent terrorist attacks?
What does this have to do with atheism?
Proof of religion's horrible nature.
What does that one say?
I don't know.
Hold on. What? Hold on.
Read it.
Yeah, that's right.
I know, but the fact that they put it in here with the question on terrorism.
Would not specify. That's so fucked up, though, because they're not the only religion that's ever had terrorism before. Like Hitler, I would say, was a terrorist, and he identified as a Christian.
So basically, it says, "What is your view on the recent terrorist attacks?" And then one of the answers is, "They are false Muslims. No true follower of Islam would kill." The thing is that's the stereotype.
Right.
And I think it's wrong that they would even put that in there.
Yeah, because, like, that's fucked up. That's just wrong.
I don't care if you're... Anybody...
I'm over this quiz.
Anybody can be a terrorist. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who the fuck you can... You could be Jesus and be a terrorist.
Demonetized.
I don't
Yeah.
condone... I don't condone terrorism. This quiz literally says...
Like, the options are proof of religion's horrible nature. They shouldn't use religion as an excuse to kill people. This shows how evil Islam is compared to my religion. They are false Muslim. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It, like, singles out. Okay, I'm over this quiz. That's so fucked up.
Anybody that goes to allthetest.com, don't, because...
They're biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big fuck that.
Yeah, see, somebody just put, this was very rude. Yeah, this is wrong. Like, this is, like, so wrong.
Well, let's see how worse the other 3 questions are.
What do you think of science? I do not see how it fit.
What the fuck?
Just an atheist ploy. Makes me hard to believe in religion.
Just pick one. I want to see if the other questions are offensive, too.
Do you believe in an afterlife? See, that's an.
I love how one of the options is maybe. I don't want to go to hell though.
The last question: how atheist do you think you are? I'm the most atheist in the world.
I don't. That question. Like,
I just
the
think-
other ones were like relatively okay, but like that one was like.
Well, to even make,
Fucked.
I mean, to even make a quiz like this is very, like, even
It's
making the
weird.
"Are you gay" one, that one was very biased too.
Yeah. They all are, but like none of those questions were like
But if you're gonna make a quiz,
targeted,
obviously they're not meant to be like
taken seriously.
taken
but
seriously, but I wouldn't put that in there though. Like, I don't care who you are.
Now, are these made by the website or are they made by different people? Like, does it say? Like, quiz made by.
I don't know. I'm trying to find about. Let's look.
now I'm yawning.
Let's see.
Holy shit.
Developed. See, this one was developed by Nordhamster.
Oh, so they are like people with accounts that like.
Well, I'm gonna look
There's
at.
a create button.
I want to look at the other one and see if it was made by the same person because the. Okay, or not. Because of how that one was very offensive and the gay one was very offensive. So I wonder if it was made by the same person. But either way, this website has to approve that shit.
Yeah. Allthetest.com exposed.
I mean, they can sue me if they want, but this is public information.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this one was made by somebody different. So it's like the account thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to go back to little Nordhamster here, and I'm going to see what other quizzes he's made.
Ooh.
Like how offensive
Mm-hmm.
he actually gets. Which I don't know if he can get more offensive than this.
Oh, he definitely could though.
Oh, mail to the author, so you can't look at...
Mm.
Ooh. Yeah, so you can't actually look at other tests that he's made. Yeah, user rating...
What's his user rating?
Well, this quiz got a 4.2 out of 5.
That's fucked though. Does it say how many people have taken it?
69,000.
Oh my
And-
god, and out of 69,000 people, it's got 4.2 stars.
Yeah, which means people, like, agree with it.
What the fuck?
I just think it's wrong.
Like it is. Oh my god.
I'm curious.
That's just frustrating.
Well, I know, but I'm curious if like other ones are like that like bad when it comes to these advertisements are getting on my fucking nerves.
Yeah. And they have tests for kids on here too.
I know, and people can see this shit and then they end up believing what they see because of like I'm trying to find like what's another like I don't want to say controversial, but what's like another something that somebody like for instance that one.
Transgender.
Yeah, I'm sure that's offensive. I'm sure that one's going to be offensive too.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a disclaimer in the bottom like, hey, if you get offended,
We are too.
like this is not something that we're making up either. It's like literally public.
Yeah.
I believe I live a life of
Female to male. So it says, are you transgender, female to male?
Do you feel you're a male despite...
Just pick random answers just to like...
Well, these, I don't have to even pick the answers because I can just look at... All these questions are up here for some reason.
Oh, okay.
If I were you... Just like being called pretty. See, like, this one isn't... Whoever made this one didn't do a bad, like... They're not being offensive. Like, I think it falls back on the website because they have to
Mm-hmm.
put these on there. They're the ones that are the spokespersons for this.
Yeah. What sucks though is there's like a whole offensive side of the internet, which is like, you know, people are allowed to have their opinions and allowed to put it out there and stuff, but it's still kind of like, you know.
But I don't think you should have this website where you have children that get on here
Yeah,
finding
that's
that
what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, you know, let kids form their own opinions. Like, if it's like adults and stuff like that, like, I think it's fine. But, like, especially if, like, kids have. That's like if Cool Math Games came out with, like, you know, like a game, like, making fun of, like,
but
a
like,
different group of people. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, you know, if it's like, I don't know, like a YouTube channel, like, for adults or whatever, that's one thing. But it's like, you know, stuff that kids are going to find really easily. I think that it should be kind of, like, not as offensive.
yeah, I don't understand how people can even be that cruel. Like you said, I get people having their own opinions. That's fine. It should just be called the offensive side.
Why?
I don't know. That's fine. I gotta make it bigger. But, ooh. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why people feel the need to put that shit out like that.
Like, I understand people wanting to discuss that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a
time
better
and a
way.
place.
There's a better way to discuss
Yeah.
it. Nah, that just really bothered me. Like, you can't sit here and attack somebody based on what they do, their religion, their sexual orientation, or whatever. You have to live a life of, it's your own life. Don't worry about other people's lives. Live your own life and get over it.
You know what kind of bugs me, though?
What?
That it's like, you know, in the United States, it's like, we have this whole thing about separation of church and state.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't really apply. Like, you know, they always want to talk about, like, you know, Christians' rights of, like, you know, like that Christian baker that was like, well, it's my right not to make that cake for the gay couple for their wedding. Which, like, that's fine and all. Like, you're allowed to believe that. But it's like, there shouldn't be laws where it's, like, protecting that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I think my biggest thing on that whole issue was you started a business.
Right.
Like, your business is to, for instance, in that case, bake cakes to make money for a business that you started, which is a public business.
Yeah.
That's open to the public. So you should have expected that kind of, like,
yeah,
somebody.
It's just that kind of thing. Like, that, I feel like it all comes back to that, though, because we appropriate this culture of, like, you know, and especially in politics and things, where it's like, you know, we're always trying to protect, like, we're always trying to excuse somebody being, you know, overly hateful. We're always trying to excuse behavior that isn't okay. Because it's like,
There we go.
you know, if you legalize that kind of stuff, like, you're saying, oh, it's okay. Like, that's saying it's okay to discriminate against people.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing about, like, do you remember, like, the Muslim ban or whatever, where, like, stuff about, like, people from Muslim countries couldn't, like, fly to the United States, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, once again, separation of church and state, it shouldn't be based on religion at all. Just because somebody presents as Muslim doesn't mean they're going to hurt you. Like, you know, like, and it's a small group of people that ruin it for everyone else is the issue. And it happens on both sides of everything. And it really sucks for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't matter. Anybody can come into this country and, for instance, not to offend anybody or saying I don't want anybody to, like, get triggered. Like, for instance, somebody shooting up a school.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessary. Like, look at the Columbine shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't Muslim. They were from here. It wasn't like, I think they were Americans.
They went to the school.
Yeah, that's right.
The two suburban white boys. But
it could be
if
anybody.
you look at all the school shootings recently, though, they're all just suburban white boys. And it's like...
who probably see the offensive shit on the internet and then they go...
Right, but it's like, you know, we have this culture of saying, oh, well, it's, you know, all Muslims are terrorists and all this, which isn't fucking true whatsoever. But it's like,
everybody.
You know, it's everybody. But, like, people want to point blame at someone.
They have to find somebody
They have to find somebody to blame because if they don't, they feel less secure, which is also an issue.
Yeah, I mean, the way, like I said, the way I live my life, I am me, you are you. You're Hannah, I'm Nick, you're whoever. Be whoever you want to be. The people that do those really bad things, they're just fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter where you're from.
Who you are, what you believe.
The biggest thing is, like, for instance, 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
The terrorists, the Saudi, over there, those were the terrorists, whatever. That happens. And immediately everyone pushes it towards that's the only people that are terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, anybody could be a terrorist, or anybody could go out on the street and shoot somebody or stab somebody. It doesn't matter. Like, that shit happens every day. They're not all Muslims. They're not all this.
Yeah.
Certain people just either aren't raised right, they were brought up wrong, told what to do. There's so many circumstances in life that makes people do that kind of stuff. It's not just, I'm Muslim, now I'm immediately going to shoot everybody.
Right.
It's...
And you also have to think, like, you know, a lot of those people, that isn't necessarily their choice, you know? Like,
yeah, they're told that's what they're told. You're either going to do this or you're going to die.
Or, like, if you don't do this, you're going to go to hell, basically. Like, this is what your God wants. This is what your...
Whoever.
This is... They're being fed this information, which isn't true. And then also on top of that, like, oh, like, well, if you don't comply, we're going to kill your whole family in front of you, and then we're going to kill you. Like, you know...
This is our realest podcast
Yeah.
ever. I like being real, though.
I do, too. But it's also kind of, like, scary, because I don't want to say anything wrong. I think the bottom line is, though, that, like, you know, there's small groups of people within every sector of everything. There's a small group of...
There's always going to be bad people and good people.
There's going to be bad people in every category, and there's always going to be amazing people in every category.
I mean, I'm a badass bitch. What do you expect?
It's always just going to be about finding the good people, you know, and using that as kind of like the symbol of how that group of people is, you know, or are.
Well, the world would not go round if there wasn't bad people.
That's true. Because you can't have good without bad.
You can't, exactly. If everyone was goody two-shoes, perfect, this world would suck.
Yep.
Not saying, like, that sounded so bad, because I'm like, doing bad things is right, no. But the world would not spin if bad things didn't happen. And
right.
People can use bad experiences, bad things that happen, which I wish they didn't happen, but they do every day.
Mm-hmm.
You have to rebuild. And going back to like 9/11 when that happened, obviously I was watching Bob the Builder when it happened. I was 1, going to be 1,
3 months old.
But that was one of the first times that this country was ever unified after that happened. It was such a terrible thing, though. Like,
it brought everybody together.
I wish it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Like, that was my mom's birthday. Like, I wish that wouldn't have... It's terrible that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But those brave people and those people on the plane and the people that helped get everyone out of the Trade Center, they sacrificed a lot in their whole lives and everything, but it did bring the country together for once, because the country has never been together. Like, there's so many groups, so many social groups that think that they're doing the right thing, where one half of the country is like, we're doing it this way.
We've always been divided.
But I think that was one time that the country wasn't divided. That, and when the country was first formed.
Well, I mean, think about it, though. Even that created more division, though, because that ultimately, like, perpetuated that stereotype of...
Well, I was just talking, like, when it first happened.
Oh, I know what you mean. But, like, when people started pointing fingers, that's when things
That's when somebody wakes up and they go, we gotta find somebody to blame.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're blaming people they shouldn't blame.
They're blaming a group of people as a whole rather than blaming specific individuals.
Yeah, I mean, do I think that, like, that group is bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But...
Let's clarify that those few people are bad, not the group
I'm talking about the terrorist group.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I'm not going to name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's not make me look like an asshole.
That's why I was trying to help you.
Well, I mean, I really hope people don't think I'm an asshole. I've spent this entire podcast defending every walk of life. Which I will, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if somebody needs help, I don't care who you are, I'm going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I live my life. And anybody can vouch for me on that one.
Yep.
But life, basically, long story short, life is shitty. There's always going to be bad shit that happens.
And it's about how you come back from that bad shit and how you treat people.
Just know who to blame. Blame the right people that actually are doing the bad shit. Don't blame everyone else that's involved. Like, don't blame everyone else that's a part of, whether it's their ethnicity or their sexual orientation or what. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're from, like what country you were born. Like,
None of that shit
Don't
matters.
blame everyone else. Blame that specific person or people who are a part of what the bad shit that they're doing.
Exactly. I feel like that's a good place to wrap it up.
Wrap up the bad, like, the bad shit. What time is it?
32.
We can talk a bit more.
Okay.
Hannah's trying to leave. She's like...
I am not trying to leave. I don't want to pass out during a podcast. We had to delete an episode of the podcast because Nick fell asleep.
It's only 11:30. You're really going to go to bed now? Are you that tired?
I'm just tired. I'm not trying to leave. I'm just like...
Zoned?
Yeah.
No, I get that. Well, I'm zoned now after talking about that shit.
Yeah, me too.
I think going, like, with the whole podcast, though, like, part of the reason why we even made this in the first place is to throw all this shit on the table.
Mm-hmm.
To give people a place to discuss the right way. Because I swear I will not be happy if people get into arguments. But, like, there's people out there that have questions like that, or they just don't know.
They don't understand. Yeah,
and obviously we're like fetuses, but we have good wisdom.
We have the right perspective on the way things should be.
Yeah. And
we're fetuses.
This podcast was created to be real. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of fake shit that goes out on the internet. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people who make YouTube channels or podcasts or whatever.
That are biased as hell.
Biased as hell, or just fake in general. Mm-hmm. Completely different people when they turn the camera off. They use YouTube or whatever to make money, and they're an asshole.
They're pandering.
Yeah, it's... Honestly, I don't even care about the money. Obviously, we're demonetized, but making this wasn't about making money.
It was about to spread our messages out there.
Yeah, to have fun, talk real shit,
have a good laugh once in a while, but then also be really serious.
Yeah, because life should be like that. Mm-hmm. If you live life laughing the entire time, you literally are never going to eat. Could you imagine trying? Oh my god!
Can you imagine trying to laugh and eat at the same time you choke?
If you were if you only could laugh, your entire life was spent laughing.
Even in your sleep, you're laughing.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh my
Take a Xanax. Could you imagine trying to drink out of a straw? G.
Ew.
Oh, and that's another part of the podcast is me making weird ass noises.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bite your nails.
You bite your nails.
I know I chewed them all off. I'm jealous. I don't have nails to bite. I used to do that.
Bite other people's nails?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I had a friend in middle school. She used to let me bite her nails because she was like, I don't want to.
I hate that.
I was like, well, I guess I am.
What the fuck? That's so gross.
See, I'm so productive. I already have the thumbnail made. I like this little thing that I found because now because I have it saved. So whenever I want to make a new one,
just edit it.
Yeah. I was singing a song before Hannah showed up.
Is that what that karaoke was on your?
Yeah, it was that song. I am trying. Like I said, I want to sing it and then post it on YouTube or Facebook and be like, can everyone just love each other?
Yeah.
I wish there wasn't that. Like, I wish there wasn't so much hate in this world.
Yeah.
I do think, though, like, for instance, my case, I got made fun of when I was in school. It helped me get stronger as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like that people are hateful towards other people, but you do learn a bit of strongness and confidence from it. Because eventually you'll wake up and you'll be like, fuck it. If I'm going to be gay, I'm going to be gay. If I'm going to be a furry, I'll be a furry. I wouldn't be a furry. Whoa. Would you ever be a furry?
No. I don't know what you just said. But we're going to talk about it when we turn off the podcast. Alright, I'm going to end it.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the 100% podcast. It's been way too real.
It's been 110% way too fucking real.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.